Welcome to podcasts, recorded live at the Center for Spiritual Living in Portland, Oregon. We have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the Online tab. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its video podcast, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.
Wonderful Friends Band. We've got Eric Montgomery here on the hand drums, sitting in with us. Okay, let's all stand as you are able and comfortable, and sing our opening song together, One Life. There is only one life. There is only one life. There is only God's life. And this life is my life now. This life is my life now. My life now. There is only one life. There is only God's life. This life is your life. This life is your life now. This life is your life now. Your life now. There is only one life. There is only God's life. This life is our life. This life is our life now. This life is our life now. Our life now.
There is only one life.
Our life now.
There is only God's life.
Our life now.
There is only one life.
Our life now. Beautiful.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Portland Center for Spiritual Living. It's good to see all of you here in our sanctuary and online. Hello, you can see me and I can never see you. Man. All right, well, my name is Reverend Bridget McCann. My pronouns are she, her. I'm the Senior Minister and Spiritual Director here at Portland Center for Spiritual Living, and I am happy you are here. Thank you. You know, we are a center where we teach spiritual principles and practices that are meant to lift us up, to help us live the life that we dream of for ourselves, for our families, for our communities, and for our world. That's what we're about here. So thank you for engaging with that. And at this point, I'm going to turn it over to our licensed practitioner, Sandy, who's going to give us some announcements and then open us with prayer. Thank you, Sandy. And actually, I lied. One more thing before Sandy. Thank you to our music ministry, and thank you for our special guest, Eric, for being here with us today, too, on drums. Thank you. I think Lauri and Eric are playing some originals for us today, later. So thank you very much.
Nice. So yes, my name is Sandy Liebold, and my pronouns are she and her. I serve as a licensed spiritual practitioner here, and it's my honor to be here with you today. A special welcome to anyone who may be here with us for the first time, either in person or in our virtual community. If you're here in person, there are these welcome packets. Hopefully you got one at the table near the door when you walked in. The same information is available for our global community on our website at cslportland.org under the About Us menu tab. Either way, you can learn more about who we are, what we stand for, and how we might serve you. And if you like, you're welcome to ask questions of our minister, Reverend Bridget, in person after the service or via email through a link you'll find on the website. Also on the website, you can sign up for weekly emails that detail our events. You can register for our classes and even get a free gift on your birthday. Just a quick reminder at this time to silence your cell phones or other devices if you haven't already done so as we move into some announcements. And actually, I'm going to ask, next Sunday is a very special day, and I'm going to ask Ben Price to come up and talk about what is happening next Sunday.
All right.
He's got his props.
I got my camp uniform on, all right? And the crock pot for next week. All right. So we have our potluck for next week. Please, everybody come. This isn't one of those things we can sort of hold over and bring the food back. So please, everybody, plan to stay after service next week. This is our last fundraiser until our next one for teen camp and for some other activities that we're hoping to do here really soon. To create and keep a teen group, we need to be able to fund some things outside of our Sunday service as well. So we're working on doing some of those things. So please come sign up. We need more soups, and we need some breads and things like that. Desserts, we're looking pretty good on it. You make something fantastic, bring it anyway. But please come and stay, and it'll be on a love offering basis. Everybody eats. Everybody eats.
All right.
Yeah.
I love that. Everybody does eat. And by the way, if you can't be here in person, either because you are a part of our virtual community or just can't make it next week, you can do a love offering online to help support the kids going to teen camp. Also, this Wednesday, our meditation, we have a Wednesday night meditation each week at 7 p.m. on Zoom. This week, it's going to feature our practitioner emerita, Kate Barrett, and she's facilitating a session on the courage to live with compassion and kindness. So it's always a great idea to join the meditation on Wednesdays as a way to ground yourself midweek. Please join us. Today is the deadline for something. We are embarking on our next community building adventure on the theme of nonviolence as a spiritual path. So what will happen is small groups will meet once a week for 4 weeks here at the center, on Zoom, and in people's homes. We'll have options. And groups will start the week of February 23rd and end the week of March 22nd. Each group will have a host/facilitator and also a practitioner who will be helping to guide the conversation with the discussion questions provided by Reverend Bridget. So you can help make this happen by volunteering to serve as a group host. We already have 5. Thank you very much for everybody stepping up. But we'd like to have perhaps 2 more at least so that there'll be plenty of options for us all to participate. Today is the last day we want to identify those volunteers. So please talk to Reverend Bridget if you have questions and sign up to be a volunteer host for this meaningful adventure. Also coming up fast are 2 community visioning sessions, both on Zoom, tomorrow evening, Monday. January 27th from 6 to 8, you can participate in Visioning for our youth program. And the Zoom link will be live on our homepage right before the session starts. The second vision session is about beautification of our sanctuary. So if this is something that calls you to be involved in, mark your calendar for February 10th. That's also a Monday, also at 6 p.m. on Zoom. And finally, finally, mark your calendars now. This is a little bit of a heads up for Sunday, February 16th. After Sunday service, we'll be having a community potluck lunch. We'd like to eat. Eating is good. Following the lunch, and in honor of Black History Month, we'll watch the movie Backs Against the Wall, the Howard Thurman story. So more details are online, and you can sign up online or at the back of the sanctuary for that potluck event. So today, licensed practitioners Sylvia Miller and Doc Wilson are serving on High Watch, holding a sacred container of consciousness in the sanctuary and for our virtual spiritual community. Today, our special music features our music director extraordinaire, Lauri Jones, along with Eric Montgomery and our wonderful Friends Band. Flowers today are courtesy of Kat Jacobs. Thank you for almost always, being the one who provides that. And today, our senior minister and spiritual director, Reverend Bridget, is continuing her review of the principles of positive spirituality that we teach. Her message today is entitled, No Dogma, Only Freedom. So it's going to be a good one. So now I invite you to sit back and relax, because I know that somewhere between this beautiful spiritual community, the music, the meditation, and the message is exactly what your heart came to receive.
So I invite you to breathe into this space, into this moment, into this sacred, loving community, and just allow that higher power to be, to just be. Let God be God in you. Let God be God in me. Let God be God in everything. Let God be. Let God be God in you. Let God be God in me. Let God be God in everything. Let God be. Oh, let God be God in you. Let God be God in me. Let God be God in everything. Let God be. Let God be God in you. Let God be God in me. Let God be God in everything. Let God be.
I invite you to settle more deeply into your chair, to take a few deep breaths, and just continue to be within. And being within with the idea and the feeling and the knowing that God is everywhere present. God is right here, right now. There is just one spirit, one life, one love, one universal intelligence, one presence, one power. It is all this one thing that we call spirit, that we call God. Call it by any name, but we know it is the one organizing principle. It is the one power and presence that is back and behind everything and animates everything in our world. And it is this one thing that holds us together, that binds us, and it is in fact in the very core of each of us. Each of us is a divine being having a human experience. I know that's true of me. I know that's true of you. I know that's true of each and every person on the planet, that there is at our core this divine energy that is emanating through us in a way that is unique for our individual lives. And so what I know and claim today is the freedom to make choices, knowing that we are guided, knowing that we are supported, knowing that there is this divine wisdom, this universal intelligence that only wants the highest and best for us in every moment. And all we need to do is listen to that still small voice, go within, get that guidance, and then be it in the world. We have the freedom to choose our life in each and every moment. And that choice is what is there for us. That choice is the reality of our lives. And for this, I'm so grateful, and I'm so grateful to know that each prayer is answered with this, by this intelligence, with a divine yes, with a resounding yes. This presence wants only the highest and best for us, and it is its pleasure to give it to us. And so I just now let this be, knowing that it is already done, and together we say, and so it is. And now I invite you to just rest for a few more moments in the silence, considering the freedom and the joy and the love that animates our lives.
As we get back to basics here this month, this song that I wrote, it's really a very simple chant, but it came to mind just as a way. I actually wrote it as a grounding tool for me, grounding me into the earth, into my heart, my whole being. So we will have lots of drums and high vibration, very simple. So if you feel like you want to sing and join in, please do. It's called I Am Home. I am home, 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 in my heart, in my heart. I am home, 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 in my heart. I am home, 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 in my heart, in my heart. I am home, 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 in my heart. I am home, I am home, I am home, I am home, free in my soul. I am free, 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 in my soul, in my soul. I am free, 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 in my soul. I am free, 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 in my soul, in my soul. I am free, 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 in my soul. I am free, 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 I am free, my soul. I am free, I am free, peace in my mind, peace my mind. I am peace. I am peace. I am peace. I am peace. Love on this earth. Love, love, love on this earth, on this earth. I am love, love, love on this earth. I am love, love, love on this earth, on this earth. I am love, love, love on this earth. I am love, I am love, I am love, I am love. I am home, home, home in my heart, in my heart. I am home, home, home in my heart. I am home, home, home in my heart, in my heart. I am home, home, home in my heart.
Wow, thank you so much. I love the drum. Definitely takes us back to the ground of our being. Thank you. Whew. So how many of us grew up with some or perhaps all of the following? Are you ready? What? Some are already raising their hands. Okay, well, skip ahead to page. But I'm going to go through them anyways. Okay. All right, some or all of the following. God revealed the scriptures ages ago. They're done. No more need to visit any of that. And it's all we need to know or we'll ever need to know. Revelations are only for prophets of old. Maybe the Catholic Pope, maybe the Mormon prophet, but no more revelations for the most part. There are rules. You will follow them or you will be excommunicated. No asking hard questions lest you be kicked out of Sunday school. Okay, got some hands on that one. Okay. All right. Sorry, but all you lay folks need us clergy to act as your intermediaries between you and God. Please tell me you don't accept that one. Okay. And there is only one right religion, and it is ours. Okay, I'm hitting some notes here. All right. Well, all of that is dogma. The rather arrogant assertion of doctrine to the point of claiming authority to tell other people, this is what you shall think, believe, and how you shall conduct your lives. Well, what I want to clear up this week, what we want to explore this week, is how Centers for Spiritual Living is quite different. We're not dogmatic. We're not going to tell you how to live your life. We're much more about spiritual freedom and how to live, or encouraging us how to live our best lives rooted in that spiritual freedom. You know, Centers for Spiritual Living, we do steer clear of dogma. We're not going to tell anybody how you should live your life, such as who you can and cannot love, or who you can and cannot marry, what you're supposed to dress like because you were assigned a certain sex at birth, or any of that kind of stuff. We don't do any of that. No one's going to examine you or question you to make sure you're following the rules that we don't even have. We do have declaration of principles, more commonly referred to as the we believe statements, and I've been using quite a few of them throughout the month, and I'll be using a couple of them today. But these declaration of principles are not rules. If you read them, and you can find them online at csl.org, or if you get the Science of Mind magazine, they're in there. And if you read them, you'll notice none of them are about what is right and wrong as far as how to live your life. All of them are about universal spiritual principles that we believe to represent the truth of all spiritual paths. None of them are rules. They are what we believe to be the truth as revealed from all the world's faith paths about God, creation, and our relationship with it all. And they're meant to lift us up, not hold us down. You know, if you think about it, in a way, dogma actually reveals an insecurity about one is claiming is the truth, about their assertions. And the more doubt we have about something, the more we cling to it in a dogmatic fashion. Robert M. Pirsig wrote, "When people are fanatically dedicated to political or religious faiths or any other kinds of dogmas or goals, it's always because these dogmas or goals are in doubt." Well, as a Center for Spiritual Living, where we teach the science of mind, we're willing to have what we teach put to the test. We encourage people, listen to what we teach, take it into your life, try it out, see if it rings true for you, see if it helps you improve your life. And we actually encourage questions. In fact, it was one of the things that I loved the most when I was first introduced to Centers for Spiritual Living. I remember thinking, well, this is pretty cool. I don't have to check my brain at the door. You know, our founder, Ernest Holmes, warned us against dogma when he said years ago, we must remain open at the top. What he meant was we must remain open at the top as a movement and as individuals for new revelations, new insights, new wisdom, so we can continue to grow and learn as a movement and as individuals. And he wrote in Living the Science of Mind, "Truth cannot belong to any individual, and there can be no religion higher than the truth. A world built on dogma alone would be arbitrary. Surely any religion which holds that the final truth has been delivered, once and for all, to its own group must contain a large amount of superstition, and thereby prohibits the further evolution of the human mind." As a Center for Spiritual Living, all of our Centers for Spiritual Living, we're interested in truth, whenever, wherever, or to whomever it might be revealed. Even our beginnings, if you look at it, reveal this. I just mentioned that our Declaration of Principles are built on this common thread of truth that weaves through all the religions. Well, we synthesize it. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, was a great scholar. He studied many, many, many faith traditions, some of which I've never even heard of. And he found this golden thread of truth, winding through them. And so even our beginnings are rooted in the idea there is no one right religion. All paths lead to God. All paths have some truth in them. And we continue that today. We're open to new insights of science, psychology, philosophy. In other words, we will not place a period where God has placed a comma. Okay. We do not place a period where God has placed a comma. God continues to speak to us. God speaks to us through science and religion. The two are not adversaries. Pearl S. Buck said, "Science and religion, religion and science, put it as I may, they are two sides of the same glass, through which we see darkly until these two, focusing together, reveal the truth." And Ernest Holmes, "The thought of the ages has looked to the day when science and religion shall walk hand in hand through the visible to the invisible." In other words, both science and religion are looking to understand the universe, where it came from, how it came to be, how it works, and our relationship with it. These two avenues to seeking wisdom and finding wisdom are not adversarial to each other. In the past, churches would persecute those who pretended that science had something to say that wasn't in their scripture, those who taught that the earth is round or that the earth revolves around the sun and not the other way around, or even taught human evolution were persecuted. But Ralph Waldo Emerson stated, "The religion that is afraid of science dishonors God and commits suicide." So, Centers for Spiritual Living, we are not afraid of science. In fact, those of you who have been around long enough know that we used to be called religious science. We actually put the two words together. We stopped doing that because we got confused with some other faith movements, and we got tired of explaining that we're not them. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but we're not them. But here is a Center for Spiritual Living, because we're not afraid of science, we're not afraid to adopt what science has to tell us. In fact, we not only accept them, but we celebrate some of them, such as the fact that race itself is a human construct and not at all based in biology. Race is something we made up to separate people. There is one human race. We also aren't afraid of scientific insight that sex and gender are not binary, they exist on a spectrum. You know, many Native American peoples, before Christian missionaries came, had 5 genders. What we consider straight cis males, straight cis women, gay men, gay lesbians, and the two-spirited people that we would now probably call transgendered. So they recognized this. God speaks through science and religion, and God speaks through all humans throughout all ages. From our Declaration of Principles, we believe in the direct revelation of truth through our intuitive and spiritual nature, and that anyone may become a revealer of truth who lives in close contact with the indwelling God. Revelation is not just for a chosen few. All of us, all of you, have access to revelation and insights and truth. And you don't need me to tell you what God has to say to you. We all have that access. So no dogma, open at the top. And what does this do for us? It frees us to explore truth. So I'm going to rely heavily for the next few moments on Ralph Waldo Emerson, because he is the most courageous person I've ever seen when it's come to calling out the dangers of dogma. Emerson was an ordained Unitarian minister, the son of a Unitarian minister, and after just 3 years, he left ministry because of its dogma. Perhaps his most courageous statement against dogma and a dogmatic church and the dangers of it and how it suppresses people came in 1838 when he was invited to give the keynote address to the graduating class of Harvard's Divinity College. In other words, he was speaking to a room full of well-established ministers and brand new ministers. And this speech he gave, which I'm going to share about in just a moment, got him banned from Harvard for 30 years. Because he dared to call out the harm they were doing. What Emerson told these new ministers in front of their teachers and their elders was, don't rely on what your elders tell you about God. Have your own experience of God. There's nothing wrong with studying what the elders have to say. There's nothing wrong with studying Scripture. Absolutely do that. But then have your own experience of God. Remember who you are and preach from that. Because your preaching means nothing to the people who are listening to you if you are only telling them something you read. They want to know you have lived it. And when you do this, you will remind the people of their own inherent divinity and dignity. And he also told these new ministers, don't listen to what our church elders tell us about Jesus. That's probably the part that got him banned, now that I think about it. Because what the church was teaching, Emerson said, was actually contrary to what Jesus said. The church wants you to believe that only Jesus was divine, that only Jesus was the beloved child of God. Right. But they're forgetting the part where Jesus taught that all people are beloved divine children of God and that all people have the kingdom of God within. Yay. He said in his courageous keynote address, the stationariness of religion, the assumption that the age of inspiration is past, that the Bible is closed, that the fear of degrading the character of Jesus by representing him as a man, indicate with sufficient clearness the falsehood of our theology. It is the office of a true teacher to show us that God is, not was, that God speaketh, not spake. The true Christianity, a faith like Jesus's in the infinitude of man, is lost. None believeth in the soul of man, but only in some man or person old and departed. Banned for 30 years. Those words, I'm sure, would still get him banned somewhere. He also wrote in his essay, The Oversoul, when we have broken our God of tradition and ceased from our God of rhetoric, then may God fire the heart with his presence. And when you see this written, you'll notice that the God of tradition and the God of rhetoric, he wrote with the lowercase g. But the God that fires the heart, he wrote with an uppercase G. The small God of dogma is of no value to us. The big God that we experience, that's the God that enlivens us. So when we are free of a dogmatic God and free of those notions that we already put to rest this month of sin and evil and hell, we're free to experience God. We're free to experience truth in our lives, a God that we can relate to. We're free to explore and grow and evolve. You know, we're each on our own spiritual path, and we're each progressing as we need to and at our own pace. And we're all making progress, I have no doubt. Whether if you want to come here on a Sunday morning and then Friday, go to synagogue or mosque, we have no problem with that. If you want to come here on Sunday morning and then during the week or right after this service or any other time, you want to go hug a tree? Hug a tree. If you want to sit on the beach for hours and look at the immense ocean and have it remind you of how we're connected to the peoples all over the globe, then do that. As many of you know, I have participated in sweat lodges and sun dances and many Lakota ceremonies. And I can still be here with you on Sunday. The same is true for all of us. We all have the right to explore our spiritual paths and to grow. You know, even what we teach, Science of Mind, I often like to say it's like a buffet. You know, you might, when you're first here, you might want to just pick a little this and a little that and go, okay, that's enough for now, you know. I like this, I'm not too crazy about that. You know, that's okay, we get it. You want to come back later for seconds and experiment a little more, learn a little more, that's okay, we encourage that. You can take what feels right at your own pace. Now, we do believe that what we teach is worth knowing and can improve your lives, your life, not the life we're telling you to live. Our classes and workshops and spiritual practices don't tell you how to live your life. We do believe that they can teach you how to live your best life, which is why we teach. Actually, we started as a teaching institute, not as an organized church. We actually started as a teaching institute with the idea that no matter what faith path you're part of, you can use what we teach as a supplement to it. The problem with that was people who tried that, their churches weren't crazy about that. Part of that dogma, right? So it was one of the reasons we ended up organizing formally as a religious nonprofit ourselves. But once we're free to do all this, we're also free to just be who we are, right? We're free to be the unique, fabulous, magnificent expression of the one that God made us to be. Another one of our declaration of principles, we believe that everyone is an individualization of the one Spirit, a unique representation of the one, which is why we don't exclude anyone from our communities. It's also why we don't exclude anyone from God's good. We accept all peoples. We open our doors to everyone, no matter your religious or spiritual affiliation, no matter your sexual orientation, gender expression, or gender identity, no matter your ethnicity or nationality, no matter what mistakes you've made or what mistakes you might make, no matter your immigration status, no matter what path led you here, we accept all peoples. Again, from Emerson, you know, he was such a great believer in the immense potential of every individual human being that he wrote in his essay, Self-Reliance, that if we truly understood how magnificent every person could be if they could live to their potential, we would stand in awe of each other, he said. So much so that it would make our knees bend. and that the only right way to live your life is according to your indwelling spirit, and the only wrong way to live your life is to not live in accordance with your indwelling spirit. You know, when we do this, when we can listen and live from our unique indwelling spirit, that's when we gain our ultimate freedom. And when we do this, we free others to do the same. We're a living example for others. And we also recognize their magnificence to the point where we will stand in awe and it will make our knees bend. Centers for Spiritual Living as a global organization has the vision, a world that works for everyone. And they expand on that to include several kind of subcomponents. So one of them is this. We envision humanity awakening to its spiritual magnificence and discovering the creative power of thought, a world where each and every person discovers their own personal power and ability to create an individual life that works within a world that works for everyone. So I ask you to take a moment and imagine what the world would be like if every single human being was free to live their full expression. Imagine that world where everyone is self-actualized, a world in which all of God's diversity and strength and peace and wisdom and beauty and abundance is expressed in all its glory. That's a world I want to live in, right? Yes. We don't get there by being dogmatic. We get to that world by honoring every human being's God-given right, God-given freedom to be just the way God made them.
Yeah. Yes.
Just the way God made them to be and to live their best life. We get there by every one of you, every one of us, living as God intended you to be and living your best life. Yeah. No dogma, only freedom. Thank you. All right. Now we get to pray together. I invite our practitioner prayer partners to stand with me and hold this prayer in their consciousness as well. Oh, man. God is great. That's what I'm feeling in my bones in this moment. God, life, spirit is great. Actually, life is greater than anything we have seen or can imagine, because it is immanent and transcendent. It is infinite. There's always more and more and more. It cannot run out of itself. That is the power and presence I give thanks for in this moment. And I give thanks that it chooses to express itself in, through, and as its creation. And I give thanks that it chooses to express itself in, through, and as every human being that ever has been, is now, or ever will be. How great it is. And I give thanks knowing that the world works for everyone when we are free. And we are free. We are born free. We are intended to be free, and we are free. And I claim that knowing for every single human being. In fact, I claim that knowing for all of life. Thank you, life. Thank you, Spirit. a world that works for everyone, ultimate freedom for all. It is done in the mind and heart of the one that brought us forth in the first place, so I simply turn it over and let it be in the law of that one life, that creative medium, and let it go and let it be. And so it is. Actually, would you hand me that? Excuse me for a second. Thank you. So now is time for our sacred giving. I thank you for all the gifts that you share with this community, with your community, your spiritual home and family. Your gifts make everything we do possible. It makes gathering in this space possible. It makes us able to be inclusive of those who join us in our virtual community space. It helps us give back to the community in which we live. So thank you so much for all of your gifts. In a moment, our ushers will come forward to pass a basket around to collect your gifts. If you like, there are envelopes in the back of the seat backs that you can use. And we welcome all financial donations. If you can also give online at cslportland.org, where you can make a gift at any time by clicking the donate button. And now, for ushers, would please come forward. Let us accept and bless our offering together as call and response. I bless these sacred gifts.
I bless these sacred gifts.
Given graciously with love.
Given graciously with love.
These gifts bless.
These gifts bless.
Heal and prosper.
Heal and prosper.
All that they touch.
All that they touch.
In giving.
In giving.
I'm grateful to be richly.
I'm grateful to be richly.
Lavishly.
Lavishly.
And abundantly blessed.
And abundantly blessed.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you. All right.
Freedom. It's an inside job, eh? Well, it is about freedom, yes. Oh, the one that I'm going to write. There you go. See? Been weighed down by thoughts and words and circumstance. Time to ask my soul to dance. Let go of all those heavy things. Take a breath and stretch these wings. Fly, oh fly. The freshest air lifting me. I feel so alive. Fly, oh fly, powered by the sun inside and on high. Oh, fly, yeah. Things, they fall right into place. No more pushing, no more chase. Be free, my spirit, do your thing. I'll step aside and let you sing. Fly, oh fly, the freshest air lifting me, I feel so alive. Fly, oh fly, powered by the sun inside and on high. Oh, fly, yeah. Oh. When I doubt, when I'm afraid, I'll have to trust the path is made. Listen every day to hear that call. Rise above my mind's wall. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah. Oh, fly, fly. The freshest air lifting me feels so alive. Fly, oh fly, powered by the sun inside and on high. Oh, fly, oh, I'll stretch these wings and fly. Oh, powered by the sun inside. Oh, fly, yeah, yeah. Oh, I'll stretch these wings and fly. Oh, powered by the sun inside. Oh, fly.
All right, excellent. Okay, so you heard Sandy announce the 2 visionings tomorrow, 2 weeks from tomorrow. Please also know that after both of these, the one tomorrow for the youth programming and in 2 weeks for the sanctuary, after both of these we'll be forming teams related to these efforts to take this further, to take this visioning and move it along and make actual plans. So please, if you're interested in either or both, please join us. All right, so if you are going through any kind of challenge right now, or if you want to celebrate something wonderful in your life, we do have practitioner prayer partners available after the service here in the front of the sanctuary for those who are with us in person. We also have cards on the back table, that prayer request cards you can fill out and put in the box in the back. For individuals joining us in our virtual space, you can meet with a licensed practitioner in our Zoom prayer room. The room is open immediately after the service. The link is posted in the comment section on your Facebook live stream. You can just click on that link and you will be connected to the prayer room, and that room will stay open for as long as necessary. And of course, anyone and everyone can also submit prayer requests online at cslportland.org. All of the prayer requests are shared with our prayer team, and it is our honor to hold you in prayer throughout the week. Now I invite you to stand as you are able for our benediction. Something wonderful is flowing through me right now.
Something wonderful is flowing through me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my affairs.
Life is in my affairs.
I think it. I believe it. I accept it. I am it. Just the way that I am. And just the way I am not. All right, so please know with me that you are never alone. You are always loved. If ever you forget that, just take a moment, take a breath, and remember, I am the beloved child of the divine. And gratitude. And gratitude for the, you can say it now or later. You can say it whenever you want. And gratitude for this remembrance, we let it be, and so it is.
All right, let's.
Please join us for our final congregational song. Y'all are getting rowdy. I like it. I like rowdy.
Let's release and let go.
And I let go.
We hope you enjoyed today's podcast. If you happen to be in the Portland, Oregon area, we'd love to have you visit in person. The Portland Center for Spiritual Living is located at 6211 Northeast Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Our inspirational service is at 11 a.m. every Sunday. We also have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the Online tab. We have a variety of content dedicated specifically for our podcast listeners. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its podcasts, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Our website is also the place to learn more about what's going on at the center or to contact us. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.